Like, what are your takeaways from training?
Actually, a lot of good things. Disappointed that we lost the game. I thought that we did, having a young lineup, I thought that the guys we wanted to see played well. I thought they competed hard. Where we lost the game was our execution in the third period. Obviously a veteran team. They and with a lot of skill, they recognized that we had a young group. I thought they did a good job of getting to the offensive zone. We defended it well, but we didn't execute well enough. I thought there was a lot of times where we were just shoveling pucks around the wall. And you have to make a play at that point to break that, to get to your game, to get to the offensive zone. Because when we did that, we had success tonight. But a lot of times, whether it was nervous plays or just not enough poise in situations, we didn't execute well enough.
Mike, is that just a situation where when you're playing young guys, they just haven't had enough of those kind of pressure situation reps at this level?
Yeah, but I think that there was some guys that had played games for us that could have grabbed the moment and kind of led the way a little bit more at that time too, and that's what it takes. Obviously we were missing a few key guys today, and guys that you think of a guy like Petro in that situation. Doesn't matter how much heat's on from the other team, he has the ability to collect a puck, to make a poised play, and that just settles everybody down. And that's I didn't think we did enough of that today.
At the 5-on-3 at the start of the third, and
yeah.
Not taking advantage of that.
No, we got to get out there, and we got to get as many shots as we can, shoot it as hard as you can, and get as much traffic in front of the net. We got to get better at that, because it was too cute to start the period. That's for sure.
Some of these young guys are going to make it tough for you to make the final round.
Yeah, some guys. I tell you, guys that we're making decisions on made it. They made a case for themselves tonight. So. Obviously we can't keep everybody here. And what I'll also say too is that there's, when you're dealing with young guys like this, and if somebody happens to be on the team, every day is still a tryout. And somebody that might not make it on day one might make it on day two, and vice versa. So nothing's going to be set in stone. But they've all had nice training camps. Real happy with the young kids. I mean, it's something that to me is real positive for our organization, and obviously it's a good story that somebody's going to probably start with us. But that said, even the ones that don't, they've shown growth, and they've shown progress, and look like some real positive futures here for us.
Mike, maybe just add to his resume today.
Yeah, he made a strong case for himself tonight. Yep.
Mike, I don't know if you had a chance to see it, but the hit on plays.
Yeah, it's a predatory hit. Yeah, with a guy that apparently didn't learn his lesson from the first suspension. So, maybe coming down a little bit harder on him will make him think a little bit more about it. It's tough going after vulnerable people.
Good to see Sam's able to come back.
Yeah, he's a tough kid. He's a tough kid, and you can see the toughness for me is not dropping the gloves, and there's different types of toughness for him. His toughness is the way he plays through things, the way that he wins puck battles, the way he still arrives and is willing to take a hit to make a play, those types of things.
Done in Walman, did you see any separation there today further?
I think probably what we'll do is comment on that a little bit more, but obviously some good and bad moments, but and I think what's important is we have to look at this game, but we also have to look at the camp as a whole too.
How's Yashku's camp?
I feel like that was a good game for Yaski. I feel the Pittsburgh game for me was still his best. That was a level that was reminiscent of when he came into the playoffs for us, and the energy that he brought and the presence that he brought. And obviously he knows that this is a big camp for him. And sometimes for him, for all the younger players, they think that it's just going out and scoring a goal that's going to make the difference. But the goals come when you're playing well. When for a guy like Yaski, the goals come when he's being physical, when he's using his size, when he's getting on pucks down low in the offensive zone, when he's getting to the net. Then you get rewarded from that type of effort.
What he did on the Megan goal.
Yeah, you know what? It's just you play the game, and it's a tough thing for young players to learn. You play the game, and you play it consistently, and you play it with your identity, and you play it hard every night. And when you play the right way, there's going to be certain nights where the puck bounces your way, and there's going to be other nights where it maybe doesn't. But if you don't score a goal, you're still capable of playing a great game and still capable of helping your team win. And I think that Yaski can fit that identity in a lot of ways. He's a big body. He can control pucks in the offensive zone. He's shown us that there's a defensive. He's got the ability to think the game defensively and read and react, and he's got a good stick. So he's done a nice job in camp.
Mike, anytime we talk to Blade, it seems like he feels like he's got it offensively, but he's always talking about the little details and just being mindful defensively.
Yeah.
Has that gotten better?
Yeah, it has. To me, the fact that he's saying that to you, it's evident in his game. He's improved. There's still a couple situations tonight, things that we would have to look at in the video and point out to him. But he's a very, very coachable kid, and he showed improvement. His play, he does a lot of things with the puck that you can't teach and you can't coach into players. And a lot of that is his poise and his presence with the puck. And the rest of it seems to be coming along because of his attitude. So, if he continues down this path, then he's got a real bright future.
I know he's played 3-3. He just talked about that, but does he look like he's got the guy who can handle the rigors of an 82-game schedule?
Yeah, he's got a good frame to him. He's strong. He's solid on his skates. So that wouldn't be a concern for me.
Big picture-wise, forgetting about picking the final roster for a minute.
Yeah.
As far as the team as a whole, are you okay? You feel pretty good about
Yeah,
it?
I know what the record is, and obviously, you look at it in that time, and our big guys, with the exception, I don't want to say big guys and exclude a couple people that have been in the lineup, but when you look at the guys that we held out of the lineup tonight, though, those guys have only played 3 games for us, and we were 2-1 in those games. I feel like there's, probably like most teams, I feel like there is really good chunks of the game where things feel right and our game is there. And in my experience, that's very typical. It's not going to be you're not going to play 60 minutes, perfectly right now or all year for that matter. But you're not going to. The picture is not going to look exactly the way you want right now. But I feel like we're seeing good chunks of it, and we're getting closer to it. So I feel that once we get some of our veteran guys inserted back into the lineup with our group, that it's been a real successful camp and we're ready to go.
Besides the goal by Shen tonight, do you feel pretty good about it?
Yeah, I feel. Yeah, again, it's not about fighting. It's about winning hockey games, but it is about having an attitude and a mentality that you're there for your teammates, and the way that he jumped in tonight, that sends a message to the rest of the group. Teams that stick together, they're tougher to play against, and I think he's gonna bring a nice. He's going to bring that quality, but he's going to bring so much more in just his competitiveness and his skill. I think he's had a real good camp. He looks good at center for us, and I'm excited for the season for him.
What's the timetable between now and Wednesday? Getting 23?
Yeah, I'll have to get back to you on that. Yeah.
They announced Uppy today. Familiarity with him, you can just plug him in Wednesday if you decide.
Yep. Uppy's familiar with our group, familiar with our game, veteran guy, and obviously, you look at our lineup. I think that his speed is going to add a lot as far as getting involved in the forecheck, creating turnovers. And I've said this, a few times. The way that penalties are being called right now, special teams is going to be huge, and obviously he plays a real big part in our penalty killing. He's been a big part of why we've been a successful penalty kill in the past, and why we're going to need to be in the future.
Is this a good scenario though? Because a new guy may have to play catch up, but he's a guy that knows the system.
Yeah. I don't feel like it's somebody that's coming completely new into an organization. Again, knowing the players, having the familiarity there, the comfort level. He's got to get used to the new locker room, but other than that, I think he's good with everything.
Based on the penalties in the preseason, it's safe to assume, isn't it, that you got to assume they're going to call this?
You have to. Yeah, it'd be foolish not to. I think that we did a better job tonight with our stick, and it's almost impossible not to use your stick in checking situations. But the recognition of when you need one hand on your stick and when you need to be on the puck, and other times when you need to bear down and be a little bit stronger on your stick with 2 hands, and then obviously just the awareness of making sure that you're not slashing guys on the hands. It's not something where you can just mark up on people like you used to be able to, or just kind of try to tap the puck away by getting them on the hands. Now you have to make sure you're on the puck, or if you're on the stick, it's got to be down low on the stick. That's for sure.
Regardless of whether Tage Thompson makes a team or not, do you have like some things about his game.
Yeah.
He seems hard to get off that puck.
Yeah, I love that about his game. Showing me that he's. What I like about Tage and what I've seen is that he's got his mind is in the game. Whatever happens on the ice, you know, if he's in D zone, he's thinking the game. He's aware. He's alert. You know, if it's in the offensive zone, he's got that same mindset. He wants to make a difference, whether it's defensively or offensively right now, and he's engaged. And I think that he did a nice job again tonight.
How do you feel about the power play in general? Obviously,
I mean, I think that it's tough to get a read tonight. Obviously, missing you know, the guys that we were, but I don't think that there's any. Even though we got the one goal, I don't think we'd be happy with that power play tonight.